Most countries digitise services. Estonia rebuilt the state. That difference matters. In the 1990s, Estonia faced a problem most countries never have to confront. It had just regained independence. Its institutions were thin. Its infrastructure was outdated. Its administrative systems barely existed. And it had very little money. So, instead of modernising slowly, Estonia made a radical choice. It would build government digitally, from the ground up, not as an add-on, as the foundation. While larger European nations layered technology onto existing bureaucracy, Estonia designed bureaucracy around technology. The state itself would function like software. Today, nearly every public service in Estonia can be accessed online. Tax filing takes minutes. Business registration can be completed in a single day. Medical records are centralised and secure. Voting can be done remotely. But those outcomes are not the story. The architecture is. At the core of Estonia's system is a secure digital identity. Every citizen has a state-issued digital ID. The ID isn't just a card. It's an encrypted gateway to every public service. One identity, one access layer, one integrated system. Instead of building disconnected government departments, Estonia built a shared digital backbone. Different agencies communicate through a secure data exchange layer. Data isn't stored in one central database. It's distributed, but interoperable. That decision reduced duplication, fraud, and administrative delay. This wasn't about convenience, it was about design. Estonia understood something early. If government becomes digital infrastructure, it becomes easier to update, just like software. That doesn't mean Estonia eliminated regulation, it restructured it. Rules were written with digital systems in mind. Processes were simplified before being digitized. That step matters. Many countries digitize inefficiency. Estonia redesigned it. The results are measurable. Startups can incorporate quickly. Public records are transparent. Entrepreneurs face less administrative friction. Even non-citizens can apply for e-residency. A program that allows foreign founders to access Estonian digital services remotely. That expanded Estonia's economic surface area far beyond its population. This is not Silicon Valley scale. Estonia is small. Its domestic market is limited. But scale was never the primary objective. Efficiency was. And that efficiency compounds. Lower administrative friction means faster experimentation. Clear digital identity means easier compliance. Integrated systems mean fewer bureaucratic bottlenecks. But Estonia's approach also reflects something deeper. Small countries adapt differently than large ones. They have fewer legacy systems to protect, fewer entrenched interests, less institutional inertia. Where larger states often defend existing structures, Estonia had little to defend. So it built. That's an important lesson. Innovation does not always come from abundance. Sometimes it comes from constraint. Estonia's digital transformation did not eliminate risk. Cybersecurity threats remain constant. Digital centralization requires continuous vigilance. Trust in digital systems must be maintained. But the structure is adaptable. Software can be updated. Processes can be modified. Systems can evolve without dismantling the entire state. That flexibility gives Estonia something unusual: administrative agility. Within the broader European model, often described as slow or bureaucratic, Estonia shows a different path. It didn't abandon regulation. It embedded regulation into digital infrastructure. That distinction matters. Europe's stability-first design does not prohibit innovation. It shapes how innovation occurs. In Estonia's case, it occurred through governance, not consumer platforms, not venture hype, but state architecture. Estonia did not produce a trillion-dollar tech giant. It produced a digitally native government, That choice influences everything downstream: startup formation, capital efficiency, cross-border entrepreneurship, public trust. And it raises a larger question. If a small country can redesign the state itself around digital infrastructure, what prevents larger ones from doing the same? The answer isn't technology, it's institutional weight. Estonia had the advantage of starting light. Other countries carry decades of accumulated systems, interests, and political constraints. Rebuilding is harder than building fresh. That's why Estonia is not just a tech story, it's a systems story. It demonstrates what happens when governance is treated as infrastructure, when digital identity is foundational, when administrative friction is seen as a design flaw, not an inevitability. In the broader European context, Estonia represents something important. Proof that stability and digital adaptation are not opposites. They can coexist, but it requires intentional redesign. The real question isn't whether Estonia's model can be copied. It's whether larger systems are willing to simplify enough to adopt it. Because Europe's future will not be defined only by venture capital or platform scale. It will also be defined by how its institutions evolve. And Estonia shows that evolution is possible, when systems are rebuilt, not merely upgraded. Next, we look at the tension that follows. If Europe can build stability and digital governance, why does so much talent still leave?